traveling to a tzaddik is something which one's whole Judaism is dependent upon. Do you hear that? Your whole Yiddishkeit is dependent on traveling to a tzaddik. What's going on here? What in the world is going on here? Don't we have the 613 mitzvot? Don't we have the code of Jewish law? All of a sudden, Rabbi Nachman comes along and he tells us that this is something which one's whole Judaism is dependent upon. Traveling to a tzaddik, what is going on here? So he explains, briefly or in depth, however you want to see it, that the tzaddik is someone who is your key to connect to Hashem, to connect to the Torah. This is such a fundamental Torah Jewish idea. It is not a Hasidic invention. It is not a distortion leading to idolatry, God forbid. But this is the absolute truth here in essence. In that, if there is no tzaddikim, there is no Hashem. Like it says in the verse, you probably heard this many times already from me, the verse that the Midrash explains, and the Vayaminu Bashem of Moshe Avdo, that the Jews believed in Hashem and Moses his servant, which this verse appears in the Shirat Hayam, the song of the splitting of the Red Sea, Az Yashem Moshe. The introduction is there, and the Jews believed in Hashem and Moshe his servant. And the Midrash, the Yalkut Shimoni, explains, whoever believes in Moshe his servant automatically believes in Hashem. And if you don't believe in Moshe his servant, then know that you don't believe in God. Someone who tries to bypass the sages and says, no, I believe in the Lord, I believe in God and everything about the sages, then understand that his belief in God also is not firm. Because who teaches us how to properly believe in Hashem? It's the tzaddikim. And the tzaddikim are not just those who put together the books that we have until today. It's also the tzaddikim in every generation that, facing vis-a-vis the tests that we face in modern society, in every generation, we need new guidelines, new re-energized guidelines on how to serve Hashem with the latest and the greatest tests presented to us by technology. So we always need tzaddikim, and this in a nutshell is the idea of traveling to tzaddikim, the idea of traveling to them, in other words, making the first move to go to receive from them. That is your key to receive from them, and by extension to receive guidelines on how to connect to Hashem and to the Torah. Fine. So now, with this said, Rabbi Nachman explains that when a person decides finally to travel to a tzaddik, he will notice sometimes, this can happen, that a person, as he gets closer and closer, his enthusiasm that he had initially when he wanted to make this move of traveling to a tzaddik goes down and down and down until he can reach a point where when he actually gets to the tzaddikim, he feels absolutely nothing. No enthusiasm, no vigor and inspiration to do anything. He feels absolutely dead. Why is this happening? I would have thought the opposite should happen. If I'm coming closer and closer to someone who will be a source of light and inspiration for me to wake up, to give me a major wake-up call, so logically I should feel more and more inspired when getting closer. But, as Rabbi Nachman teaches, the opposite can and does happen, that a person begins to feel even more and more distant. So what's going on here? Rabbi Nachman explains that when you make a decision to travel already to a tzaddik, you now automatically go up to a higher level. And as is known, when you go to a higher level, you are faced with a higher evil temptation, a higher difficulty and concealment to counter your initial good intention and good feeling. Your goal now is to break it. So every step a person travels to come closer to a tzaddik, he is so-called, quote-unquote, killing the previous levels, the evil of the previous levels, and entering higher levels. And as a result, he has to face this battle from scratch. And this, in short, is Rabbi Nachman's explanation why people feel less enthusiastic and less motivated when coming closer to tzaddikim. They should not take it as being something negative. Rather, that is an excellent sign, a good sign that you are on the right track. Shalom.